Hi, it's Lindsay Diane from DianeDecor.com. In this video, we're going to talk all about entryway decorating. We're going to start out by talking about 6 entryway staples, and then we're going to talk about 3 classic entryway decorating ideas and how to choose which one is right for you. Let's get started. When it comes to entryway decorating, there are a lot of elements that can go into creating a nice landing space for you when you enter your home or your guests. You can have a chair, a bench, you can have a little console table, hooks, hangers, drop and go storage. There are a lot of options, but there are a few things that you should really target if you're just starting out decorating your entryway or you want to revamp your look. Start with these 6 things first. Number 1 is lighting. Lighting is important not only for safety reasons, but to create a nice inviting atmosphere. Lots of us have the standard lighting, the one that is outside the front door on your sort of outdoor step. And then you have your lighting that is just inside your front door in your entryway. But consider adding some supplemental lighting to these spaces, whether it's a floor lamp or a little table lamp, a wall sconce. This supplemental lighting will help create more of a mood and a calming atmosphere in your entryway space. A well-lit entryway is important, especially when you're welcoming new guests into your home. While lots of people that come to your home may be familiar with the lay of the land, not all are, and so it's good to have a nice well-lit space so that people can acclimate themselves when they are in a new environment. And to do that, just add that little supplemental lighting to go along with your overhead lighting. It will create a nice, warm, inviting atmosphere for your guests and for yourself. The second thing that you'll want to consider is a rug. A rug in the entryway provides a nice, soft landing spot when you're coming in from outdoors. It provides an opportunity to infuse some more textures into the space, and moreover to incorporate your color scheme that you may have going on in other parts of your house. Because the entryway is such a small area, you may not have a lot of opportunities to repeat patterns or colors or textures to create that cohesive look throughout your home. So an entryway area rug is a perfect way to do that. Number 3 is hooks and hangers. Now, while your front door may not be your main passageway in and out of your home, I know for me it's not. I use the garage door 90% of the time. But for guests, that of course is going to be the way that they come in, and you want to be able to provide them with a place to put their things. So hooks, hangers are essential for backpacks, jackets, purses, things like that your guests are going to want to take off when they're coming in from outside. You can use a standard coat rack or go for some wall-mounted hooks, or if you have a larger entryway space, you might even want to go for a hall tree. Number 4 is statement decor. The entryway is the perfect location for a piece of statement decor. Now this can be a sculptural piece, maybe it's this hand-carved bowl, or some abstract figure that you put on your console table at the entryway. It could be a giant oversized clock or a really incredible mirror or a framed piece of artwork. Whatever it is, the entryway is the perfect place to put this. Not only does it help you kind of express yourself and show your own personal style, but it's in a place where everyone can see it and enjoy it. Not everyone may go into your guest bathroom or go into your bedroom or even go into your dining room, but everyone is going to come through and pass through that entryway. And so it makes it a perfect place to spotlight something special. Number 5 is storage. You'll be hard-pressed to find anything better for storage in an entryway than a decorative basket. That's just the facts. If you do not want to have a large, bulky piece of furniture in your entryway, go for some storage baskets just to hold those small essentials like an umbrella, hats, gloves, things like that. You don't need to store all of your outdoor gear there. just a place to tuck away a few items. You may want a little tabletop basket or even a basket with a lid to store maybe your incoming mail so that it doesn't look like a big mess. It's kind of hidden away in a nice decorative rattan box or something like that. But have some type of storage. If you do come in and out frequently from your front door, you may want someplace where you can drop some keys, drop your sunglasses. A little bit of storage goes a long way in an entryway, and decorative baskets are a fantastic way to go. Although you can, of course, have a console table or even a cabinet, buffet cabinet, kind of like the one that's behind me, and that may have doors or it may have drawers, and you can use that as storage as well. Last but not least is a small piece of furniture. Now, I've talked a lot about console tables, but you don't necessarily have to have a table in your entryway. You could have a hall tree. You could have a small bench with a framed piece of artwork above it. You could have an armchair and a little semicircular table instead of something long, rectangular like we often see. You don't have to have that big setup. Be creative and be flexible with the things that you put in your entryway, but a small piece of furniture is always sort of nice to kind of set the scene when you walk into your door. A chair and a bench are a great idea if you want people to take off their shoes in your entryway. So especially with ladies, think about if someone's coming in with heels and you don't provide them with even an ottoman to sit down on or a bench or a chair, they might be balancing, they might have their purse and they're balancing on one 4-inch heel trying to get the other one off. You don't want to create an uncomfortable situation for anyone, or worse, a situation where they might fall in your entryway. So if that's something that you expect from guests when they come into your home, or even your kids or your family, if you want people to take off their shoes as soon as they come in, consider putting a bench or a chair so that you don't end up with fingerprints and smudges all over your wall from people trying to balance themselves while they're doing that. Now, if you're stumped for how to start decorating your entryway, here are 3 classic decorating ideas, and I will let you know the pros and cons for each. Let's start with number 1, which is the hall tree. Now, a hall tree is a larger piece of furniture that is sort of an all-in-one drop station. This is going to be something that's almost like a floor-to-ceiling cubby situation where you have hooks where you can hang your coats and purses. It usually has a built-in bench, and below it you have a few little cubes, storage cubes, where you can place your shoes below. It may also have some additional storage up above the hooks where you're hanging your jacket. A hall tree is really great if you have kids with backpacks that need to land someplace. It's also great for a mudroom. So if you have your back door is more of your main entryway for your family, and this is where all the stuff gets dropped, consider putting a hall tree there if you have the space. Again, this is an all-in-one sort of system. You don't need a lot of additional decor if you have a hall tree. So think a hall tree, maybe you may have an artificial plant or a mirror or an area rug, but you don't really need much more because this is a larger piece of furniture that is going to run quite high along your wall in your entryway. The next classic entryway decorating idea is a console table with a framed piece of artwork above it. Now, a table with artwork is just a classic setup. It gives you the opportunity to have a horizontal space where you can add some decor. It also gives you something at eye level that's spectacular to look at. Sometimes you may have some like a lower level where you can put some storage baskets below, and you can use that for your simple storage for hats, gloves, things like that, umbrellas in your entryway. It's a classic setup. You can top it off with having an area rug. You can have some wall sconces on either side, or you could put 2 small mini table lamps on either side. There's a lot that you can do with a nice entryway table. And the third classic entryway decorating idea is a simple storage bench. Now, a bench that maybe has some cubbies below it where you can, again, Have some little pull-out canvas baskets where you can store your shoes and tuck them away. Above the bench, you may have a few hooks where you can hang a purse, or you can hang a jacket or a sweater. You may hang your umbrellas there, dog leashes, things like that. But the bench with either a piece of artwork above it or the bench with hooks above it is a classic entryway decorating idea. It's easy to do. It's completely functional and practical, and it's a great way to start if you just want to check all your bases easily. You can have a floor lamp to add supplemental lighting. Again, you can add your area rug there. Across, if you have a space that's across from your bench where you can mount a nice oversized mirror, that would be a really great idea as well. So how do you decide which entryway style is right for you? Start by figuring out how frequently you use that main entrance. If your main in and out passageway is through the garage, but you have pets that you walk outside, or you have kids that go in and out and play in the front yard, go for an entryway table and a small armchair. If your front door is your main entryway in and out of the house, so every single day you go in and out through the front door, go for a bench and wall hook combination. This will give you the opportunity to have storage for your shoes, so that may be below your bench. If you don't have cubbies below your bench, you can always get a small decorative basket where you can pile your shoes, or just get a small little rug where you can stack your shoes up. But you want to get a bench and some wall hooks. This will give you all of the storage that you need. Odds are you're going to be coming in and out with things and you need a place to drop them. This is probably your best option. Now, if you are in a small apartment setting, I would actually recommend a small hall tree. Now, this may seem counterintuitive because it's a larger piece of furniture, but they do make some small streamline wall trees. And I'm recommending this because it's an all-in-one solution. You don't have to have multiple pieces in order to decorate your entryway. So if you have a small hall tree, you have a place to store your shoes. You have a place where you can sit down and be steady. If you're taking your shoes off, you have a place to store your coats. And if you have an upper shelf, you have a place to place decor as well. Now, if you just have an extremely small entryway and you don't have the space for any type of furniture, then just go for the wall-mounted hooks, go for a nice piece of wall art and a small area rug, and you'll be set. That's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Don't forget to visit me at dianedecor.com. I write all about home decorating ideas over there. If you enjoyed this, please like the video and consider subscribing to my channel. I will see you in the next one. Bye.